he bricked up.
Straight up, sees me waddling, he goes, "Oh, what happened?" And he takes his foot and he presses it into my ass, and it squirts all down my fucking leg, gets into my shoe and everything. He just starts going, "Ew, ew, ew, Chris shit himself." I'm like, bro.
Yeah, so we were in Italy. Yeah, it was when I was in the Marine Corps. And we were in a mall. I'm going to beat you to it. We were in a mall.
Are you telling me?
Yeah, I know. It's
You were in the Marine
not
Corps?
even funny anymore, bro.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What's
all right.
funny?
We were in a
I
mall.
was just asking a question, bro.
We were in a mall in a foreign country, and we were eating ice cream in like the food court. And as we're eating ice cream, one of the guys, he just stops like mid-sentence and he just goes, "Oh." He just looks up. He didn't sneeze. He didn't lean. He didn't do anything. He just looks up. He's like, "Oh." And everybody's like, "What happened?" He's like, "I just shit myself." And it's like, we're nowhere near anywhere familiar that we like it. We took like an hour-long train ride or some shit to get to that mall. So we're like, so this motherfucker proceeds to go into the clothing section and where you change.
Yeah.
He just grabs some underwear, went in
Vacates those underwear and just
Yeah,
leaves them
just
sturdy
swaps them
boys, I
out.
guess.
there, leaves the nasty ones like just sitting on the bench. And then he like wobbles like a penguin over there, goes into the changing area, comes back out. He's like, "All right, let's go."
These fucking Americans
That's
just
why they hate
ditching their
Americans.
shitty drawers.
Yeah.
That's the exact same thing that I had to do when he shit himself at that bank. He fucking walked in there and he just crumpled them up, threw them in the trash can. Dude, I have another story. I'll leave out the specifics, but it involves the same guy. We were working at this location, and it was we were out there working. It was me and a couple other guys. We're over there working. We're wondering where this old man was. He'd been gone for like 40 minutes or something. Like, I wonder where he was. We finally see him. We're like, "Dude, where have you been?" He goes, "Oh, I had to take a shit." And we're like, "Oh, yeah, our other buddy just went to go take a shit." He goes, "Oh, good luck. There's no toilet paper in there." He goes, "I had to go to Wendy's to take a shit." And we're like, and this is after this guy had already shit himself once, you know? And so we're sitting there, we're like dying, fucking laughing. We're like, "Oh, he's definitely taking a shit in a porta potty and doesn't know he doesn't have toilet paper." So fast forward to like 20, 30 minutes later, this guy shows up. We're like, "Where you been, man?" He's like, "Oh, dude, I had to take a shit." He's like, "Man, there's no toilet paper in the porta potties." We were like, "Well, what'd you do?" He was like, "Bro, mind you, this location is on the main street. There are like thousands of cars that drive down this road." We were like, "What'd you do?" I was like, "Did you like take your sock off and wipe your ass?"
Yeah, I just use a
And
sock.
that's what I would have done in the porta potty, especially.
Drop
Yeah,
it in there.
just
You never fucking worry about it after that. You just
Absolutely.
one sock down, no embarrassment.
Absolutely. I wouldn't even say anything. Like, I would just be like,
Oh, yeah, there was shit paper.
"Yeah,
I
there
got
was
it.
toilet
Yeah, we're
paper."
good.
I don't know what he's talking about, but this motherfucker, instead of calling us, because I guess he was embarrassed that he'd shit himself before, he fucking got his jacket, wrapped it around him, had his pants down, wrapped his jacket around his body, waddled over to his work vehicle, and pulled out paper towels and wiped his ass in the fucking parking lot.
Probably looking like a fucking hippo the whole time walking down there, too. Just
Yeah.
fucking dirty booty
I
cheeks,
was
just
just like-
cutting shit all over the place.
I was just like, how dumb can you be, bro?
Pretty
There
fucking
are
dumb.
people driving within
Oh, you know they saw
100
his
feet,
ass waddling.
within 100 feet in a parking lot.
Hey, you know they saw his ass waddling. Like, what the fuck is this
Well,
guy
he
on?
had his pants
all the way down. You know they saw that shit, and they were probably like, what the fuck? That's all.
But in hindsight, it's really funny though.
That's fucking great. That's
So-
hilarious. But it's something that he would do. 100%.
Yeah, you know, obviously, you know who I'm
100%.
talking about. And I was just like, well, at that point, like I said, you just gotta take the L. I'm either A,
Lose a
wiping
sock.
with a sock, or underwear or an undershirt or something. I'm like, if he had a jacket, I would have been like, had to use the shirt, bro.
Yeah, bro. Ditch it. You just gotta ditch it. I mean, Something gets sacrificed, you know. Fucking law of equal exchange. I done shit myself. Well, I got to clean up now.
Yeah, he got a good nickname. They started calling him Drippy Butt after that. Like one of our other coworkers, he was like, because this guy stays in touch with us, and was like, "Oh, do you see that such and such texted?" I was like, yeah. He goes, "I forgot that I had him on my phone." And he's like, "Yeah, his name in my phone is Drippy Butt."
Oh God, that's terrible. Now, for like weeks after my brother did it,
Yeah.
we were giving him we gave him a one of those poo emojis,
Sticky notes.
not sticky notes, but
Just a sticker.
a plushie.
Oh.
We gave him one of those.
Like a rubber duck.
We would send him random shit all the time. And it was like a pillow or something like that. But we would send him random stuff like, here's a shit emoji fucking onesie and all sorts of stuff. Dude, it was so fucking great. He never lived that story down. He shit himself one time, and now it's become like the whole personality that he was known for.
Yeah, I was going to say what I was talking about earlier. We're talking about shit stories. I know that I talked about this once before on the podcast, and I don't want the whole podcast to be about shitting. Scott has ruined us.
Yeah. That's his thing.
But I told you guys before on one of the episodes where the camera had fucked up, where me and my buddy, we were in middle school and we went camping. And we went camping with his family, and we were out hiking on a trail that was on the campground. So there was like a lot of people around, and I just remember being like walking and being like, dude, I gotta take a shit. And there was no bathrooms anywhere around because we were
Middle of the fucking woods.
Yeah, we were in the middle of the woods,
Nowhere.
but we were like in the middle of the woods in a campground, so there's people around. And I was like, he's like, just go take a shit behind a tree. I was like, dude, I'm not gonna go take a shit behind a tree off this trail. Like I literally see people walking around. And he's like, well, we were walking past this river, and he was like, just go take a shit in the river. And I was like, yeah, that's probably a better idea. So I go down, and I like go down there, pretend like I am swimming, but pretending like I'm just chilling, swimming. My buddy's like up on the bank. He's like, do it, you know?
Do it.
Yeah, he's like,
Fucking Palpatine.
Do it.
yeah, he's just like, do it. And I'm like, I'm sitting there fucking swimming. I'm literally just in the middle of the river, and I'm sitting there swimming, and all of a sudden I take a shit, and I turn around, and I look, my back, the river was coming towards me. I turn around, and there's a fucking turd right beside my face. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, I was like, oh my God, I had a floater. I thought it was just going to be like, and gone.
Yeah,
Gone. No, dude, it was coming back. He wanted to come home. It was like,
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the worst one that I had, I was probably a lot younger. Maybe like 9, 10, 11, somewhere in there. I was playing softball, you know, throwing a softball, hitting it with one of my older brothers and my little brother. And, well, you know, shit myself. And, I mean, we lived on like a 5-acre farm, and I'm all the way out at the front of this bitch. And it's like it's a quarter-mile walk back to this thing. And straight up, I'm waddling my way there. I almost make it all the way to the front door. My brother goes, the shithead that he is, straight up sees me waddling, and he goes, oh, what happened? And he takes his foot and he presses it into my ass, and it squirts all down my fucking leg, gets into my shoe and everything. He just starts going, ew, ew. Chris shit himself. I'm like, bro, why would you? I had to ditch the shoes and everything. I had it all contained, self-contained. It was all perfect. And then this motherfucker comes out. Whoosh, I was like, oh, you motherfucker.
That is such a dick move, bro.
It was so bad.
It's like,
I was
it's
pissed.
not that bad as long as you can contain it
Yeah.
until you get somewhere. If someone did that shit to me and just fucking kicked my ass, and
Dude, it was
would
bad.
ruin my day.
It was bad. It ruined my day for sure. It definitely ruined my day.
At that point, bro, you were younger, but like at that point,
Chalk
you
the
just
day up as a failure.
you just got to grab your shit and wipe it on them.
Yeah.
Assert dominance.
I've got another funny story about that when I was a baby, though. So I have 2 older brothers. One of them's recently passed away, but then he's the one who got shit on in this story. So I can tell this story pretty well. But I was a baby, and my older brother, Gosa, was bouncing me up and down on my other brother, Manny's back. And I guess some gravity assistance must have happened because I shit that diaper, buddy. And guess what? On that next plop down, it came out all over his fucking back. And my brother goes and just goes, oh! And man, he just starts screaming bloody fucking murder. Just, oh, ew, get it off me. Oh, it would have acted like he got fucking acid poured on his back,
Bro,
dude. It was great.
That's
They told me that story was so funny.
One of my buddies sent me a Snapchat the other day, and he's got a kid that's like, it's about to be 1 year old, and it was just
Duty
him,
machine,
dude. Yeah, it was a video of him like this, and he's just like this, and he like turns the camera, and he's got his son laying there, and he's got shit from here all the way to his fucking ankles, bro. I was like, no fucking way, dude.
Dude, I could not be a dad
benefits.
without a gas mask.
Oh, God,
Couldn't do
He's
it.
just like, he's like, what the fuck, bro? And he said he was like cleaning up, and the kid's just like doing like got shit on his
doing
hands,
kid shit,
and
he's wiping it all over
bro,
the place.
and he's like trying to change him. He's like
he's fighting him the whole
he's
time.
trying to play with him. He's like, back the fuck up, dude. Like,
This isn't playtime. I swear to God, if you get shit on me, don't you grab me with them duty fingers.
But
Just
he was-
start the shower, bro.
Yeah.
Just sit him in the shower.
Yeah.
yeah,
Just
I mean,
sit him in the shower. Take him outside
put
with a
him in
hose
the-
and just point it at him.
Prison rules, dog.
Yeah.
honestly, it's not a bad idea. I mean,
That's what I did to the dogs whenever they did that shit. But I'm sure a baby might have a little compunction about being cold as fuck and being sprayed off.
dude,
in the
if
yard.
I had a kid, a newborn, like, I mean, I guess you get used to it, but I feel like I would have like latex.
Vomit.
I would have like
Yeah.
latex gloves on at the very least, bro.
my little brother, he's got 3
People
kids.
raw dog it.
He said the first couple of times that
I'd have
he,
gloves and
he
gas masks.
kind of was a little fucked up about it. He's like, dude, it's disgusting. But when it, like the first few times when they're a baby, it just starts out as like almost nothing. There's no smell to it. It just looks like a weird paste, and then they start getting food in their stomach, and it's game over at that point. It
Yeah,
turns
I've
into
heard
a
it's
fucking
it's
cesspit.
vile.
Like raise them like a Catholic. Kinda like, have you ever watched that episode of Family Guy where they're like, he goes to get to train Stewie, and he's asking the librarian, and they're like, well, everybody poops is still a popular one. Then there's a less popular nobody poops but you. And he goes, we're Catholics, so. And he's like, oh, then you're a naughty child, and that's concentrated evil coming out of the back of you. And he's like, perfect.
Yeah, after about a day or two, and it's starting to turtle head a little bit
it'll-
on.
You know what's wild
Multiply it.
though is that people, and I guess this is what they always used to do before, like modern diapers, but people buy like cloth diapers, like
Reuse them and stuff,
reusable.
yeah. Have you seen
They-
the process of them cleaning those things? I would fucking
No.
throw up just cleaning it.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
assuming
fucking-
they'd bleach them.
I'm sure people
but-
do
No,
that. Third
they
world
just
countries.
spray it out, and then they run it through a washing machine. They get most of the particles out, and then they'll run it through a washing
Or in
machine.
I
most
would
countries,
have
probably
a-
hand washing.
Hand washing it, yeah.
I would buy like a small washing machine strictly for diapers. I would not have that in my regular clothes.
Nah.
That shit's residual. Literally,
Yeah.
that shit is residual.
Yeah.
It would be all over your clothes,
Oh yeah.
like microscopically.
Just hand wash it like they do in third world countries. Sure, some places don't have toilet paper. They just use rags that they use over and over again.
You went over to Afghanistan,
Shit
right?
rags.
You went over to Afghanistan, right? So,
a
did you
lot
ever
of
have
them-
anybody shake your hand with the shit hand?
I was gonna say a lot of them.
Oh, I think that was a rack thing with the
was it an Iraqi thing?
because the unclean hands. Because I don't think we.
I wasn't sure if that was like just a like that.
It
general
might
Middle
be in
Eastern
Afghanistan,
area
but we
or
didn't
not,
really. We didn't communicate with a whole lot of locals.
But- oh yeah.
But I never really
Yeah, I was
remember.
gonna say I know a lot of countries they straight up just use their fucking hands.
Well, they use their hands in Afghanistan too.
Yeah.
But as far as the left hand is unclean and the right hand is what you wave with and stuff, I don't think that was the case. But we would go around in like the local huts, and they would have just like sand shit holes that they would just dig a hole and shit in that hole.
Kick the fucking.
And
dirt
I
over
guess
the
when
top
it's
of
full,
it,
they would
yeah.
just bury it, dig another hole.
Okay, so to go off of that, I saw on obviously the movie. I have not been in Afghanistan, but I saw in Jarhead where they had like the shit holes,
Oh, you're talking about
like the buckets.
The buckets that
Oh,
they
and then they had
burn.
to burn
Did you
them
ever
and
have
stuff?
to do that?
Thankfully, I didn't. We
But you
shit
saw
in
people
bags.
do it. Did you see people?
So we would have one giant one. So we would shit in bags, wag bags, I think is what we call them, and we would put them in trash cans and then haul them over to this giant burn pit. and then they would just light this giant burn pit on fire. And that's why now I might get some extra VA disability because I was present during the burn pits.
I was gonna say I heard that was a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, because that's fucking human waste. That shit's completely toxic.
I'm in the waiting process of that, but yeah,
that'll be 5 years before you see anything from that.
yeah.
But yeah, dude, if I had a kid and I had those things, I would have like a separate washing machine. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like there's no way. But I guess you were talking about when your brother kicked you in the ass. Not necessarily a prank.
Not really a prank,
but we can segue into
dick
pranks.
move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of dick moves.
Well, other than what I already talked about, there's not much I can think of. The main one I had was the one we talked about on the other podcast.
What was it?
The Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty.
Oh yeah. Just slowly changing everything in
It
the office
started with-
to Hello Kitty.
I was at Hobby Lobby, and I saw this stapler that was like a quarter of the size of a regular stapler. Just a tiny little, like a little anime stapler with Hello Kitty, and it was pink. And I was like, I need that for the office. And it started with that. And then I found a Hello Kitty pen, and I put that there. We needed more staplers at work, so I brought that, and then I brought the pen, and then I brought paper clips, and then more pens, and then a mouse pad. And then it just kept getting more and more little pieces here and there. I got little figurines I hid up in the little cabinets that people wouldn't see for months. And until I eventually swapped out, we had a wall clock, the most standard wall clock you'd see. I took that off, hid it somewhere, and replaced it with a Hello Kitty wall clock. That's when people fucking snapped. One person got mad, gripped it off the wall. God damn it! Threw it across the room. I guess nobody said anything to me, but apparently they've been noticing, and I guess that guy wasn't happy about it. I only did one after that, and it was a giant. It was this. It was this picture that was. It was bigger in my memory, but this got it. I ordered this poster because I saw it at like a bubble tea place, and I was like, I need that. And I got it framed, and I hung it up in the bathroom because I wanted it to be like not super obvious when they walk in. And I guess people were a fan of it. It was up for like a month. I kept checking. I was like, I guess nobody had a problem with that. But eventually, someone took it down.
I think to the most extent at the office of what I've done for pranks is that I am always I have like the like circle game things. I have the OK symbol.
This motherfucker got me with so many
the
of
gotcha
them.
game.
Yeah, but I have them on the Post-it notes, and I to this day I
remember you did
put
that to
them
me.
I put them on the bottom
put
side
them
of the mouse on
the bottom
people's
side of the mouses, and he got me with that one time. He got me with he put it in my camera. He put it on my truck. God, and those stickers, the gray sticker. God, dude, I fucking still find those things. I still had a stack of them.
Oh, I remember those.
Yeah.
When you guys still
do you
work
remember
there.
when we would get the packaging stickers and we would put them on people's backs?
Yep. Nathan
Oh, yeah.
Nathan floated one onto my
Dude,
back one
I'm remembering
time.
all this.
I put a bunch of tape on your back one
Yeah.
time. We were sitting in one of those like sales pitch meetings.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there with son just
Yeah.
and we turned into a he ended up looking back and seeing that he had like 50 of them on his fucking back.
One of my
he's
favorite
probably
was
fucking
when
stoned.
when I first started working there. I remember y'all told me about the packing peanut tricks.
Oh, shit!
God,
we
the
did
packing
do
peanut
those.
jokes
But then
were
I
the
remember
best.
discovering my favorite one when I worked there. I discovered that those fit perfectly in the single AA slot for the mice, for the
mouse.
hand
Oh,
mouse
yeah.
my God.
at work. And so I started swapping out the AA battery with one of those and closing it and everything. And someone's like, my mouse isn't working. And they'll look, and there's no like tape on the back or anything. Like, it's not working. They'll go to change the battery, and they'll see the packing nut, and it's like already a running joke that's a prank.
Yeah.
So I actually got somebody really well. So he had
Cabinet.
this little middle finger, like fucking figurine or whatever.
Yeah,
the fuck.
it was
He
like a
would pull
fist,
on it, and
yeah.
it would give you the middle finger. I stuck it in front of his thing because it was up in one of his cabinets, and then I put a box with a string. Someone else gave me the box with the string idea, and with a bunch of packing peanuts, so that when he opened his cabinet to put it back in there, the packing peanuts went everywhere. And I missed it by a minute, but I saw the video of it. And it was fucking hilarious.
Because he just like picked it up. I think I was
picked it up, he
I was
pulled-
in there.
yeah, he picked it up,
to
opens
go
up.
to put it back in his cabinet, and as soon as he opened it up, he's like,
bruh.
That's literally what he said. He just looks like he goes, bruh.
Yeah.
Nathan put one on the ground though, and was expecting to get somebody else. Or no, we were expecting to get Nathan, and one of the cleaning guys got it. Right, he went and picked it up.
Yeah.
He picked it up, and you just see him pick it up because it's on the ground in his way from sweeping. He just picks it up and sees all that shit come out of the bottom of it, and then he just looked up at the camera with this most, like, he was pissed for a second, and then he goes, all right, it was kind of funny, and then he just packed it back up and put it on Nathan's desk. We were like, that was unintentional.
Yeah.
That was completely unintentional.
Yeah,
in
so
case
he
y'all
picked
don't
up
know-
the box and it just flooded out. That's
Our,
awesome.
Our guest Chris here. This is his first time on the podcast. He
Hello.
is the prank master of the people that I know. So you probably have more stories than anybody else I know. But I do remember when I first worked there. Before I was working there, somebody did one that was like a box full of packing peanuts, where they had to bring it out to the dumpster or something, and they're like walking it out, and it ripped, and you could just watch the footage of them just like motherfucker. It was like packing peanuts one everywhere.
That was Jason. He wasn't. It wasn't a prank. It was just
an
fucking
accident.
horrible luck.
Yeah.
It was, he walked out there with it, and it just toppled, and it went everywhere. And so now they had to run around wrangling all these packing peanuts. And while it was windy as shit. But no, we used to do the little foam circles that came out of these camera mounts that they would have these pads on them for like water seals or whatever. Garbage. But they had little dots in the middle of them. You could regularly find those stuck to someone's back. I got like 3 of them one day in West Virginia. It was terrible. But yeah, we would do that a lot. And I think they got pranked by so bad one time that he broke his tailbone. And it was in the old building, and they were going to take out a bunch of boxes, and in there was the old DG guy who was doing all that shit, fucking breaking down a bunch of boxes. But they cut a bunch of the bottoms out of the boxes and got inside of it, and he's inside of like this huge stack. To this day, if you stack up a bunch of boxes and you ask him to go take it, he's not going to do it.
Yeah.
He won't do it. So they asked, hey, we need some help, come take these boxes out, and knew what was going on. So he just hung back a little bit and waited, and then picks up the stack from the middle of it and lifts it up. Hands shoot out and grab. First of all, it's easy to scare.
Remember that?
Yeah, we'll
right.
get scared at a fart.
Chill out on the names.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm going to have to cut all of them out.
Nah, who the fuck?
It is a really common.
Yeah, it's a common name,
But still.
Yeah,
But
so
yeah, Chase.
he reaches out of the boxes, and when he reaches out of the boxes, he grabs him by the sides. Dude falls flat on his ass, just fucking falls. It was hilarious.
What was it? Doesn't he like scream like a girl, when he was scared?
Dude,
Oh,
he's
I
great.
remember.
He's
He
like
screams and
he's like a
darts.
fainting goat.
Yeah,
I remember. Imagine like for our audience's sake, or just imagine being hired by this guy is my department manager. He's my boss. Just met the guy. Everyone in the department's like, dude, he scares so easily, and he sounds like a little girl.
He screams.
You gotta scare him.
I'm like,
You
day
have to
one,
scare
you're
him.
like, you have to just like hide around the corner, wait for him to come by and scare him. And I'm like, I just met the guy, and he's my boss. I'm like, do it. You got to do it. And I was like, immediately like, okay. And I'm just waiting around, and it was like he came out into the warehouse, and I was like, boo! And he's like,
So the guy that we were talking, or that I was talking about earlier, that shit himself at work, he somehow so he went upstairs, and at this point in time, upstairs was under construction, so there really wasn't much going on up there. But I guess they had just like finished some stuff, but there was like no lights up there. It was like completely dark.
I think I remember this.
And the guy that shit himself literally went up there and like texted my boss and was like, hey, come up here upstairs and take a look at this. Like something weird's going on, blah, blah, blah. And so, goes upstairs.
There's gonna be a lot of beeps in this one. Huh?
He goes upstairs and walks up there. Fucking the guy that shit himself was laying on the ground at the doorway in the dark. So he had to walk through the main doorway and then open up the door. He fucking grabbed him by his legs. He goes, ah! And he fucking hit the ground. It's on video. It's pretty awesome.
oh,
Those
that's
are great.
awesome.
No, so
That's
We're-
like one
in
of the
terms
great
of-
things
yeah.
and the worst things about working there is that there's like cameras everywhere, but like if somebody gets pranked, it's
it's on video. You're always on video. But so the pranks that I've been doing to my brother, this all started out as I was waiting on some Wing Zone one night, fucking wing place that delivers.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool, this is awesome. So I'm standing there. He's like supposed to be like a minute away, and they're usually not very far. They're right down the street from my house at the time. We had this big glass window. It was kind of cold outside, so when I opened it, the condensation just kind of covered the window. I drew a penis on the window, and I was like, oh, I'll wipe this down. Not a big deal. And that's when I saw the guy pull up. ADHD me, walked through the fucking door, got my wings, went back inside, forgot about it. 2 weeks later, my dad sees it, and he is fucking pissed. He is like, who the fuck drew this dick on my window? Because it's basically in fucking fingerprint oil, and now it's dried on there, so he has to clean it like 4 times. So me and my little brother are hanging out at my dad's house one day, and we're talking and shooting the shit, and someone mentions drawing penises on something, and my dad looks at my brother and goes, I swear to fucking God, if you ever draw a fucking dick on my window again, I will fucking paint one all over your car from one end to the other, and I will fucking make sure it's permanent. And my little brother is looking at him like, what the
what are you?
Why are you chewing me
Yeah.
out? I'm losing it.
Yeah.
I'm fucking losing. I'm laughing so hard. I can't breathe. And he looked, and my little brother goes, why are you chewing me out when he is laughing his ass off?
Yeah.
And my dad looks over at me and goes, oh, so it was you. So after this, I was just like, I'm going to mess with him as much as I can. So I would draw penises. I mean, his car is broken down constantly. So it'd be in the garage, covered in dust. Well, what do you do when you've got a bunch of dust and no fucking penis is drawn in the window?
Yeah,
You draw
exactly.
penis. So it started with that, and then I moved to Houston, and my dad sends me a picture of a penis drawn in the dust on his car after I've moved. This car has been sitting there a completely separate time, and I call my dad immediately, and I'm like, he's going to think it was me, and he's going to wonder exactly when I came back up here to do that.
Yeah.
Brother sees it later that day, fucking word for word. God damn it, Chris. When the fuck did he have time to do that? My dad's losing his shit, and he's like, he said he would say that. And then, so we fast forward just a little bit, and my little brother really badly needs parts for his car, so I find the part and I have to ship it up to him. It's a significantly sized part. It's an engine. So I find the part, I buy it, I package it up and crate it, but on the inside of every fucking panel of this damn crate, I draw a penis and multiple different dumb shit, like all sorts of ridiculous shit. And one of them was a vagina. It was funny. I think I put on one of them, Pam Says Hi, just to fuck with him. And he sends me a video of he's cracked it up, and he's like, man, there's a penis on every fucking thing. And then he zooms in on one part of it, and he goes, is that a vagina? So they get it all the way apart, and this story continues. Trust me. He gets it all the way apart. He gets the engine in there. Now he's having trouble with another part. I order this part. And in the comments section, they have a place on this part catalog where you can put in a comment for something, special requests. I put in there, crudely draw a penis on a sticky note and put it in the box. You will be my best friend.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, I've done forgot about this shit. It shows up. My dad sends me another picture. He sends me a picture of this sticky note and goes, Jamie got the package. And I was just like, oh my God. Yeah. So I call him up and I'm like, how'd you like that one? He goes, how the fuck did you do that? I was like, it's so great. So this turns into retaliation.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I have a very particular soda, the green version, and I like it. And you can't get that down in Houston. You just fucking can't. They don't have them. Even in the Cracker Barrels where they're supposed to sell them.
Yeah.
They don't. So I ask, hey man, can you send me some? I'm fucking really craving these. I want some Ale-8s. I want them so bad. And he's like, yeah, sure, I got you, bro. We got these styrofoam boxes, and we can put some ice packs in them. We'll keep them nice and cold, and we'll ship them down to you. Because otherwise, if you try and buy them off their website, it is like $40 to ship them because it's a foodstuffs.
Yeah.
You could cheat the system by not telling them it's foodstuffs.
Right.
So my little brother immediately starts hatching a plan. He's like, I got to get this motherfucker back somehow. So what he does is he goes to one of these little fucking sex bachelorette party stores, and he picks up glitter that is in the shape of a sperm. Whole package of this. He puts it in the box and all around the box, the styrofoam box and everything like that. And it's a styrofoam case inside of a cardboard box. And he proceeds to sit there and go, that's not enough. So he finds a squeaky toy dick with eyeballs on it. And it's a pretty realistic looking dick other than the fact that it's got eyeballs on the head.
Yeah.
And he takes out one of these fucking drinks in this 6-pack and stuffs that thing down in there. Coats the inside of it in those fucking glitter. The box has got glitter. It's not taped up all the way. You know how a box is when it's got something inside of it. If it's not taped up all the way, this shit's everywhere, bro. It gets everywhere.
Oh yeah.
And so I didn't see what it was at first when he kept calling me. He sits there and goes, "You home yet? You seen him yet? You seen it yet? You got into one?" And I was like, "No, dude, what the fuck, dude? I'm just driving home."
He needs to just wait.
He needs to wait. My dad sold it really good, but he almost got himself busted. But he was so excited for it he couldn't contain himself.
Yeah.
So I get it. It's sitting in front of the door, and I'm thinking, okay, that's not a big deal. Well, I pick it up, and I think I look on the ground, and I see what look like little white specks. I'm like, oh, some of the styrofoam must have fallen apart in shipping. Not a big deal. Cut it open it up. Some more goes off to the side, and I'm like, man, this thing must have fucking deteriorated real bad. And I'm looking at this fucking thing, and it's not deteriorated at all. And then I start realizing all them little white specks are the same fucking shape, and I'm like, is that sperm? And then I'm just like, I start looking at it, and I'm like, dude, there's sperm everywhere. And I look to the back to the spot on the ground in front of my door where it is, and it's everywhere. My fiance is fucking like, I resent that.
Yeah,
I resent that. He's an asshole for that shit. And I'm like, that's fucking hilarious. Actually, that's pretty good. That's pretty funny. So I open it up. Yeah, I open it up carefully, trying to get all them little glitter sperm because it's fucking everywhere on this box. Trying to get it all down inside the box and make sure it doesn't go anywhere else. I fail at that miserably. It goes everywhere. And then I open the box and I look in there, and there's 5 bottles of this soda and a penis. And I'm like, oh, you motherfucker. That's such a good one. I take it out and I look at it, and I'm noticing that it's kind of like, it feels like a squeaky toy. So I grab it and it fucking squeaks. Those aren't the only things. He put in these like little, dude, I seriously thought it was going to, but he put in these little suckers in the shape of a dick as well. And I was just like, that. Honestly, this is a prime fucking prank.
How did
right
they
here.
taste though?
Huh? Oh, like grape and green apple.
Like grape and green apple.
Pam had one, I had the other. Can't let good candy go to waste.
Smurf jizz is what it is.
The speculations of the prank are that if you get pranked with something, you have to keep it, and it has to be visible. So now I've got that thing sitting up on my on one of our entertainment stand shelves right next to Parappa the Rappa, and it was sitting on my fireplace mantle. But then the fiance was like, no, that's got to go somewhere else. Yeah. So today, actually, yesterday they came in, but today I put these glow in the dark, dick shaped valve stem caps on his truck.
Yeah, he just got it like right before you came in, I think.
So, and then he called me like right as you were coming in the door and everything like that, and he goes, "You motherfucker," because I had told my whole family that what was going on at that point, and my dad knows, my mom knows, my grandma, my uncle, they were all there at the house, and as soon as they heard him, they came walking out like, "Oh, he got you." And so now he has to super glue those onto his truck's valve stem caps and keep them on there. That's gonna be great if he ever has to have the fucking tire replaced. But I've got 4 more for his other car.
Little does he know.
Yeah. So he thinks that's all, but no.
Talking about like the dicks and stuff, the thing I forgot. So we were talking about pranks at the office. You know how I always put tape or fucking whatever gotcha underneath somebody's mouse pad. I got a sticky note, and I drew a big, like a, as big of a dick as you can on a sticky note. Yeah. And then I folded it so it was like a unfoldable
little origami
whatever.
thing.
So I like folded it so like the dick looked really fucking short, and I wrote on there, I was like, "When you're not here," and I unfolded, I was like, "When you are here." And I folded it, I put it underneath one of my buddies' fucking things, and he fucking died when he saw it. He was like, "What the fuck?" And he like looked, because he knew immediately. He was like, "It's gonna be something underneath my mouse." He like looked at it, and it was like, "When you're not here." And he like, "When you are here," he fucking died. He was like, "Oh my god."
Oh, man. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Oh, but yeah, you want to do a Mount Rushmore or take a break before that, maybe?
Yeah, let's take a break.
Yeah.
What?
I know. Well, you might as well go do it now. You're going to wait for 5 minutes, and it's going to be a pressing
It'll
need.
pass.
It'll pass. All right.
Yeah, it'll pass until you gas us out, and then I'm going to be a little mad. But
all right. If you could pick one fast food chain that you'd had to have the rest of your life, what would it be?
Not fast food, but any chain restaurant.
Any food. Any
chain restaurant.
Chain restaurant.
So, I know what mine would be.
You're going to judge the fuck out of me.
You're gonna say Buffalo Wild Wings.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Chicken.
I know what mine's gonna be off the rip. I'm definitely taking. I've only eaten at this place like twice, I think, but I'm taking fucking Cheesecake Factory. Dude, they have like 200 things on their menu.
Yeah, it's all variety too.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
It's like unlimited.
Yeah. You want
Possibilities.
pasta, you want
Yeah.
chicken, you want burgers. They have everything.
Dope ass cheesecake.
It's not one type. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got ulterior motives for the one that I'm picking.
Yeah.
It's a place in Puerto Rico called Jalapenos.
Jalapenos.
Well, we have
fantastic.
jalapenos here, but
No, it's a different.
Yeah, I was gonna
it's
say.
not
I was gonna say it's not. It can't be the same.
It's
place.
It's not the
Yeah.
same. No, it's not the same. But mostly because this is like a locally owned store in Puerto Rico, and it's fucking dope. They got all sorts.
I wonder
of
They have
all of it.
They have a.
Or Ramon.
But I get to spend my time on the beaches in Puerto Rico. So
Yeah. They have jalapenos down in Myrtle Beach too.
What, the jalapenos he's talking
No.
about? The one I'm talking about?
Like a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the same one. I mean, it's a pretty
Probably
common
not.
name.
It'd be a common name.
It would be pretty weird that in
Dick's
fucking
Last
Myrtle
Resort
Beach that
is
it
one
would
of
be
the
all
best.
the way.
I gotta look it up now because it was like a bar and cantina or something.
Dick's Last
like that.
Resort. Food's terrible, but nobody goes there for the food.
Yeah.
It's awesome. They just go there to get torn up. So I was, like I said, you're gonna just shit out of me. I was originally gonna do Cookout just because
Oh my
it's
god.
so refreshing, and there
It's
is
not refreshing, bro. It's straight grease.
in it. No, it is not.
Tell me,
What?
Cookout?
Cookout is garbage.
You're
Yes,
garbage.
bro. Cookout sucks.
You're garbage.
First of all, if you're pretty much every barbecue place here is terrible, except for like maybe
it's not a
some
barbecue
of the more what? Cookout?
chicken
Oh wait,
and-
no, you're right. No, Cookout. Yeah, it's still garbage.
It's chicken and
Dude,
and
I know
burgers.
that, I know
like
that
smokehouse flavored
Dude, I've
burgers.
heard you complain about Cookout. 'Cause
Cookout's
you're
bad.
like,
No.
you're like every time
I
I,
was
go
getting
there,
It's
dog
literally
shit.
like you're grilling
gone.
your own burgers or the fried. I go there for. I just get chicken strips.
I
And
can see the
Cajun
chicken strips
fries.
being all right.
Chicken
but
strips and Cajun fries and
You're
a Cajun
gonna eat
chicken
that
wrap.
every fucking day.
the
That's one of the few
burgers
things
when
I think
went was
I.
god
But
awful.
you bringing up those other restaurants, B-Dubs probably would be better because if I don't want wings, they still have burgers. The burgers aren't very good. Cookhouse burgers are better than B-Dubs burgers.
I thought I was thinking like country barbecue for
Dude,
some reason. It was
Cheesecake
terrible.
Factory has 250 items on the
Yeah,
menu.
if you didn't already
It's too
pick
much.
that, I would.
That's too
I
much.
would
Their chefs
pick
are
that.
not good enough to make all
No,
that shit.
all that shit is definitely frozen.
Yeah.
Like it's probably
But it's
some
good
Applebee's shit.
quality.
It is pretty good though.
And it's a variety.
I've never been. Like I said, I've only been there twice. I wasn't disappointed either time I was there.
Yeah, the place that I was looking, I was thinking I was called Jalapenos Cantina and Tacos. It's in Ponce, Puerto Rico. And
Is it a?
fucking
But
dope.
it's not a.
it's not a national chain, but
It's
that
not
just
a
means I get to
chain,
live in
though.
Puerto Rico. I mean, they got a chain.
You gotta
of them
pick a chain,
in Puerto
bro. Pick a
Rico.
chain, bro.
They got a chain in Puerto Rico.
Okay, I guess.
Yes, I just get to be in the fucking island.
All right, yeah, I'm going
You're,
B-Dubs.
you're picking B-Dubs?
Yeah, I'm picking
You
B-Dubs.
didn't even know it, and I was like, "You're gonna pick B-Dubs."
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, they have more variety, and it's.
dude, I would take Applebee's over B-Dubs
If I had to pick one from the
Fuck no.
stateside, though,
just because it's got more variety. Anything has more variety than, not anything, but
if I had to pick one stateside, it would most definitely probably be
probably get
like
chicken most of the
Texas
time.
Roadhouse or something.
dude,
I could
Texas
live.
Roadhouse.
I could
would be a
live
good
off
one.
of.
Yeah.
You can order this is like boneless wing. The boneless wings from B-Dubs without sauce is literally just fried chicken. It's like just chicken strips, basically.
Yeah, sliced up
chicken
chicken
nuggets.
strips.
Sliced up chicken strip, right? And I could live off that shit and just the variety of sauces they have, bro. Yeah, oh yeah. If I crave something different, I'll have a burger and go straight back to the chicken.
Put that fucking mango habanero or atomic sauce on that burger. You
Mango
never have to worry about it.
habanero and the jam and jalapeno, that new sauce, shit is awesome. I'd say new. It's been there for like 2 or 3 years maybe now, but
I don't think it's a very good pick, honestly.
well, nothing I pick you think is going to be a
The
good.
problem is with each of these fucking places, is you're gonna eventually run out of variety. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
if you eat it like
Everything's gonna
you eat
250
it.
items at the Cheesecake
Yeah, that's
Factory.
250 days that you get new shit.
Everything's
That's
going
it.
to
Okay.
suck eventually.
Okay, yeah.
Then you gotta
and
restart.
What? Okay, B-Dubs has fucking 10 sauces, and then like you're eating fucking chicken every fucking day, except for a subpar burger every now and then. I guarantee you, Cheesecake Factory, you can eat a steak. You
Yeah,
can have
no,
pasta.
to be fair-
I guarantee you they have fucking wings. They
To
got
be
burgers.
fair, if you didn't already pick it, I'd pick
Look, there's a
Cheesecake
time and a
Factory.
place for a jack of all trades and master of none, and fucking food is not one of them. Trust me. You got a place that serves you a bunch of shit, but nothing is like their specialty.
They got the cheesecake though.
Yeah, but you're gonna fucking get.
Yeah, but I don't really like
Come on, you're gonna eat
sweets.
cheesecake on a daily basis. You have a fucking heart
Yeah,
attack
bro,
before
fuck
you turn 40.
You'd be so fat if you ate that every day, dude.
Yeah. I don't really eat sweets very much, so I would probably just go with.
Yeah,
I
I probably
haven't
wouldn't
tried
have
the
the cheesecake very often, honestly.
Nah, I wouldn't have the cheesecake very often. I
Like-
probably would run through the whole option.
Hot
list first.
take of all types of meat, like steak, pork, chicken. Chicken is my number one, bro. I could not live without chicken. I could live without eating beef or
No, I
pork the rest or fish the
I
rest
can't
of my
go
life.
without steak.
I can't go without chicken.
I could
I
not
like
have
steak
no steak.
occasionally. I like fish occasionally, but chicken is what I eat every day.
Dude, another hot take on another restaurant. Granted, not very good quality food, but if you want a variety of food, Golden Corral.
Oh, it's been so long since I've
Denny's.
eaten there.
You find the right Denny's, and you will
Denny's?
never have a fucking
Dude,
problem in
honestly,
life.
fucking Waffle House wouldn't have been a bad pick because they
Yes,
have
it would.
like,
Waffle House is
terrible.
like methed out Denny's.
okay,
Terrible, bro.
Waffle House. You hold your
It's
tongue,
terrible.
sir.
It's
you bite
just
your
so
tongue,
bad.
sir. It's not. It's good.
Work-
It's better than Denny's.
Look,
and
no,
it's better than
night
IHOP.
shift is
What?
one of
No,
the
it
last
is not.
options in the middle of the
Waffle
night.
House is-
You guys want to go there all the time, and it's never that good.
Waffle House is only good when you're shit faced at 3 a.m. and nothing else is open.
Exactly.
It's the only reason
That's
it's good.
one of the
Exactly.
dude. That's one of the Mount Rushmores that I want to do at some point is drunk foods.
Oh,
That's a
God,
good one.
That's a good one. Yeah, that is a good one.
Put that on the list.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll hit up a Denny's at like 2 in the fucking morning because they're 24/7 too. Their fucking pancakes and their waffles, dude, they are so fucking good. Plus, they have this bourbon bacon burger, and it is amazing. Especially if you get one of the good locations, like down in Houston. There's a couple of really good locations right where we're at, and then right up off of NASA Parkway. Fucking best ones. They're great. But yeah, shout out. Give me a discount. Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Well-
Well, speaking of Mount Rushmores, we got one today.
Let's crack open these L8s.
Oh yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah,
first.
mine's thawed out enough.
So this is an L8-One. It's a sody pop that's not necessarily available everywhere, and
Fizzy
this
soda.
is actually a seasonal release. It just came out like a week or two ago. It's the L8 Peach. Normally, L8 is a fucking like a
Like a
ginger.
citrus drink, ginger ale.
It's like ginger ale / Mountain Dew.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Kind of.
bro, this is fucking garbage.
Yeah, I didn't really expect it to be good though.
It
to
may
be
just
fair.
be because all the water might be at the top of it.
Yeah, because we froze
but-
it first on accident. Yeah. It is kind of watery on the top.
All right, I got a couple tastes into it, and it's not that bad. The water definitely fucked with it a little
Yeah,
bit.
on
All the
the
water
top,
content at the
yeah.
top was not good, but it's got a subtle taste. I could see someone who doesn't like sugary drinks really enjoying this because it's
bet Rose
just
would like
sweet
it.
enough. Yeah, it's just sweet enough.
Well, we have
Honestly,
another one. So.
you know what this could really go good with? Maybe either a little bit of vodka or a clear rum.
Yeah.
Because clear rums and
Rum
vodkas
would
go
be-
really
Rum or
good
something?
with fruity drinks.
Rum would be amazing. I mean, I think that Crown Peach would be good in this, but
much
then
peach.
like
Too much peach. You got to
it
throw
would
in an
be
alternate
it would be
flavor.
super
Yeah.
sweet.
Like if you were to get a maybe a strawberry flavor, no, maybe not strawberry. It's a little too consistent.
Probably don't need any
If
extra
you-
flavors. Just
Lemonade,
Well, if you
like a
got
Mike's Hard Lemonade or something.
yeah, okay.
You might get a good sour sweet
Pro-
punch.
Or if you made like a mixed like not smoothie or whatever, but if you got some kind of like milk-y, I know milk doesn't sound great, but like a rum chata or
A
something
cream,
like,
yeah.
like a cream
liqueur.
like Bailey's or something mixed in with it. I bet that would be fucking
No, I'm thinking
Pretty
more
good.
like a hard Arnold Palmer kind of deal
ooh.
with this.
Put some mix this with a twisted tea
something like that.
and then
Yeah.
like a little bit of
That's what I'm saying. Like Mike's Hard
vodka or
Lemonade.
something.
Oh yeah, like a seltzer or something.
Yeah.
Like, but like vodka or, because I mean, shit, I make fucking mixed drinks like that all the
Yeah,
time.
because there's not a
Like,
lot of flavor
it-
by itself,
yeah,
so it would
this
mix with a lot
alone-
of things.
This alone is very subtle for what they usually
It
do.
Yeah.
tastes like a mixer.
It tastes if you've ever had like a peach knee high, it kind of tastes like that, but like a lot more natural flavored.
Yeah,
you
there's
know?
there's less It's not as strong as most typical sodas
Yeah.
that you would get.
Well,
like
I
you get a
sweet
fucking
Snapple.
I don't think that they put. I could be wrong, but I don't think that they put any kind of artificial.
no.
They don't put any artificial. Well, they have red 40. LOL.
Yeah, just a diet, but
Natural flavored. So with the other ones, they used to not have any dyes. They would use natural dyes. This has red 40 in it, which is not good for you apparently.
I mean, yeah, but you got to drink like a shitload of it for the red 40 to be anything terrible for you.
So they have sodium, whatever, in here,
Dude, every soda has sodium in them. Every single one.
and then ginger, obviously, because it's an L8. Yeah, it's all right. I mean, out of a 10, what would you give it?
I mean, on its own, probably about a 4. But I'm comparing it to like Ale-8 itself. If I had to
But like
just
like,
alone,
yeah.
out of on its own, it's not very good. But I think if you were to throw it into another drink, like some kind of hard liquor or something like that you really wanted to mix, it'd be dope. I think it'd be
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
great.
I think I'm gonna give it a 5, but like I'm same as what he said. I think it'd be really good mixed with something.
I'm gonna give it a 6, just because I like peach flavored stuff to begin with. It kind of tastes like a peach ring.
No,
but-
it's straight. It does
Like a
have a
ring
very
pop?
good flavor.
like,
when you
like a what?
Like a ring pop,
No, like a peach ring, like the sour peach rings.
flavored cock ring that you.
No,
no, they're candies,
they're
bro.
like it's like a gummy. It's pretty much like a gummy worm. that's a ring.
get my peach ring off my cock?
You're telling me you've never had a peach ring?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I
it
know
tastes just like a fucking peach ring. So
Okay.
He heard peach
So-
ring and all he thought was cock ring. And
yeah.
it was
Talking,
just it.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's little gummies.
yes,
Okay.
it tastes like a peach ring gummy. So I like peach stuff in general, but I'm still only gonna give it like a 6. I think
Not a lot of
if
flavor.
you like peach stuff, you'll like it.
If you
we're
don't
talking,
like super sweet sodas, this
Yeah.
would probably be the one for you because it's not overbearing.
Right.
It gives you the bubble flavor.
That's why I said I think Rose would like it because it's kind of watery, watered down, not very sweet.
but as far as like L8 goes, I think they have. If we're talking about should they continue to make this,
God, no.
I would say probably not.
God,
you
no.
know,
Yeah, they need to
it's-
stop with these
it's-
extra flavors.
It's
man.
good.
It's like the cherry
Whoa,
one.
I like the other
No,
flavors.
I like the orange one.
Yeah, the orange one's
and
good. You haven't
Okay.
tried the
I want to
blackberry.
I want to try the
The
blackberry. I didn't know
blackberry's
they
good,
did that.
but I don't know if they're
Probably
gonna
not.
make it anymore.
Probably not, which is a
But
shame.
the cherry one they continue to make, and it's fucking
Terrible.
dog shit. It's terrible.
Trash.
It's fucking cough syrup, bro.
it's-
It's literal
it's-
cough syrup without the benefits of being able to knock yourself out with it.
It.
So
You know what? It kind of tastes like. You living in Texas, it tastes like one of those the big reds, bro.
Yeah,
And
it
that
tastes like a
shit-
big red.
And that shit
Yeah.
fucking sucks.
But
Fuck you,
cinnamon.
Texas.
No, it's like Big Red. It's like fucking Diet Big Red too.
Yeah.
It's not even. It's like Diet Big Red that's just been loaded with sugar, and
It's-
you're like trying to compensate for the fact that it has no
It's
fucking
the
sugar in it.
cherry is not good. But like I said, if as far as like they make the seasonal ones, like they make the orange and then they make the blackberry. Out of all those 3, this is the worst one besides the cherry. So
It would be the worst
Don't
one
make it.
on its own, but
Yeah.
the best one with a mix. Except for Ale-8 itself. Like actual Ale-8
Yeah,
itself
Ale-8
goes
itself is-
really good
yeah.
with a lot of different stuff.
it's like a perfect mixer for like a bourbon and
light.
ginger. Or
I love
like
it with
something
spiced
like that.
rum.
Yeah.
Spiced rum is fantastic. Of course,
I'll-
spiced rum goes good with anything tropical or anything fruity.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's true.
I like L8 with what I'll do is I'll get L8 with bourbon, and then I'll get like a slice of lime and I'll squeeze lime juice in it,
Yeah,
put lime in
get
it.
a little bit of that
It's
sour.
fucking really good because
I'm gonna have to try
used to ginger ale and bourbon was like my favorite mixed drink, whatever, easy drink to make. It was like my favorite.
not
and then,
straight on the rocks kind
yeah,
of thing.
yeah, and then like when I moved up here, I tried that and I was like, dude, this is way fucking better. Like, because and it also already you don't necessarily need the lime because it already has some of that citrus, but you put the lime in there, it takes it to another level.
Yeah, it gives it that zest.
Yeah.
We do that with vodka a lot. We put kind of like we fresh squeeze a lemon into some vodka,
Yeah.
and then we put a little bit of maybe like either depending on what we have, so maybe some like a one of those tropical fruit punch mixes or a blueberry and mango kind of like lemonade. And,
Yeah.
oh, dude, it's fucking dope.
The best
good.
for me, the best thing to mix with vodka if you're like if you're not trying to be a mixologist and do all kind of crazy shit, and you just want to go to the store, just Sprite and vodka is fucking classic.
Yep. No,
Like,
Pam
it's-
does that. She loves
yeah.
that. She'll do that, and she'll get one of those lemons. She'll squeeze it in there. She'll add that
Yeah.
extra
Yeah,
little bit
I
of
need
zest.
to use more of the natural zest, the natural fruits, lime and lemon.
Yeah, dude, lime is underrated. It's a fucking.
Lime is good.
It's
It's really good. You get that
Like,
real
obviously-
sour.
yeah.
flavor.
Obviously, like you're not gonna be out here eating a lime. But
I can't say that because I was at a Mexican restaurant a couple weeks ago with my boss, and we had those, and I was just like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to put them on the food. Instead, I just fucking ate the damn thing.
Yeah.
they're
It
still
was
good though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you like sour stuff, that's the way to go.
Yeah. So you want to start this Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, so we're mixing things up again a little bit with Mount Rushmores. We're going with Mount Rushmores of anime shows.
I'm gonna start it off.
All right.
I completely
So-
forgot that this was a thing, so now
Yeah.
I got to reevaluate my
Yeah.
life a little bit.
So the way this is gonna go, and for the people listening,
we don't know if
Mount
you're weebs.
Rushmore.
We're kind of like weebs.
we're
you know,
nerds.
we like
Yeah.
anime.
So, but the way that Mount Rushmore works is that everybody picks 4 of the topic that is going to be on their Mount Rushmore, which is like their top anime or top sports team or whatever the topic is, right? But the twist is that since we're all naming them, nobody can name the same topic or not,
Right.
whatever.
And if you're on the end, then you go twice in a row.
Yeah,
so he'll
so
go,
it's a-
I'll go,
it's a
you
snake
go,
draft.
You go, I go, he go.
So I'll go. You just said this. I'll go. AJ will go. You'll go twice.
Fuck.
And then,
I don't
unless you want to start, do you want to
No,
start?
I'm good with that. I'm good with that. 'cause it's
AJ's
easier if
always
I
in
get
the
a
middle
little bit
because he
flow.
fucking takes 20 fucking years. Fuck you.
I'm sure he'll figure this one out pretty quickly.
I
He's,
already
big, he's
have
a
my
pretty big
list,
nerd.
and
Yeah.
a lot of them aren't super common. So
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna start
That's
off.
what I'm hoping right now. Is mine isn't that either.
Yeah. I'm gonna start this off. This one's super common. You probably already know.
I
Which
know
one
what
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna
pick. Dragon Ball Z.
I knew you were gonna take it.
Bro, yeah.
That's a good one, but I knew you were
No,
gonna.
but
do it.
here's the thing. Are you gonna make this a rule to where any Dragon Ball at this point
if
is
you
now
want
off
to.
the list?
No.
Okay.
I'd say no. Go for it.
Okay. But I mean, I was just saying because it's
But
all
Dragon Ball Z is
technically the
the
same
best
kind of like
one.
thing.
Yeah,
They're all
Dragon
just
Ball
different
Z.
variations.
Yeah, they're all technically the same thing, but Dragon
Yeah.
Ball Z.
That's
Yeah.
the classic one.
That's
I get
that's
that
the
one.
really good
Yeah,
one.
That one's a good one.
That's true. So it's
Can you write these down?
different options. Yeah.
Because we're not gonna remember. Like I won't.
Honestly, I'm already struggling at the moment
about
to
to,
remember
like-
what I'm
I'm
doing.
about to like Google some.
I know a couple of them, but I haven't really been keeping up on them too much.
I haven't either, but that's fine.
All right, I'm gonna go with Gargantia on a verdurous planet. Don't know how to pronounce all that.
Never heard of it.
What the fuck is that?
Fire, bro. Probably my
What?
top anime show. Really awesome. It was on Netflix. I think
Lot
at
of-
one point it
lot
was
of
on
titty or what?
No.
Okay. I was
No.
just trying to gauge it.
No, it's
Is
really
this
good.
one of those ones that you had to be 18 or older to view or something like that?
I
No,
can't.
but that would make it better.
I can't believe you didn't take.
Food Wars.
That was in my back pocket. Why did you say that? Why did you say that? No, just go. Just keep
I
going.
got more.
Just keep going.
It's probably on my list, whatever you're thinking of. But
I
yeah.
know he's not going to pick it because he doesn't like it.
What?
All right, next.
This one's a little bit generic, but Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro. That was going to be my next
I
one.
don't like it.
It's just
What?
brutal. I like
I've
the way it
watched
is.
it all the way through.
Well, it gets a little confusing when you get towards the end of it because it's just weird and they throw a lot of shit at you. But I liked the way that it went from like this happy, cheery like beginning to
Yeah.
just absolutely
Well-
fucking wrecking
Well, the
house.
first fucking episode, his mom gets fucking eaten.
Yeah.
Just
That was
fucking
wild.
chomped.
I remember
Spoilers.
when
Yeah,
it's the
sucks
first,
to suck,
it's
nerds.
the first episode.
First thing that happens.
But no, I remember watching that in high school when it first came out, and I was like watching it every single like systematically when it would come out, and then like I dropped off. But like when it first came out, that shit was awesome.
So I have
Everyone
a bit
was
of a
talking
habit.
about it.
I have a
didn't get
bit
into
of a habit with new shows. I will refuse to watch them unless they are really consistently good to the point where I'm super interested, but I'll refuse to watch them until there's at least one season out so that I can binge watch that whole season and actually not have to worry about fucking waiting a week or a month or however long
Yeah.
But
it
that's
takes.
kind of classic though. Like it's annoying, but at the same time, you just anticipate it. You're
Yeah.
excited for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, but then I get to
dude.
skip all that shit.
I have a
fucking
fucking heater, and you're gonna be pissed.
So I go twice.
Yeah.
God,
I'm looking at a list because I'm trying to refresh myself.
I'm trying to remember the ones that I recently watched, and honestly, this isn't really an anime, but it's kind of more of an animation. Vox Machina from Prime about the D&D group Critical Role.
I've not seen it.
Dude, it's fucking awesome. It's hilarious. I love it because I'm kind of into that whole thing. But me and fiance watch that shit. They got 2 seasons out right now, but it's not really a manga based. It's a It's
Never heard
You
of
haven't
it.
heard of it? Yeah,
I haven't heard of it either.
Critical Role.
Mm.
Critical Role is a group of voice actors who played D&D together, and they're actually in multiple animes and stuff like that. These voice actors, you'll hear the main guy. His name's Matt Mercer, and he's voicing so much. It's to the point where my fiance, whenever she hears his voice in an animation, automatically knows who it is right off the fucking bat. And but he plays the dungeon master in the actual Critical Role podcast that they do. It's super popular.
I think I've heard of it. Is it?
It's on Prime.
Is one of the guys in it? Is one of the guys in it from fucking?
One of the girls is actually from here.
Oh,
Um,
is one of the guys fucking from Star Trek? Will Wheaton, is he in it?
I think he guest appears. I don't think he actually. I think he
Because
guest
I was gonna
appears
say because
for it.
I swear I like now that you're talking about it, I think I may
He
have
may
heard
have
about
been
it.
on it, but the guy who played what was his name, Slade Wilson in the CW show, he was actually on it, and he pulled some fucking bullshit. It was funny, but the show itself, they animated some of their adventures from the first couple of like seasons that they did these adventures, and they did it pretty verbatim. Like you can go back and watch their podcasts and know these episodes that happened.
Did you see the movie that came out? The D&D?
Yes, I did.
I
It was
didn't
actually
see it.
pretty
I heard
funny.
it was good though.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Everybody that I
Little
know
generic, but I
that
liked
went and
it.
saw it said that it was pretty good.
Yeah, the reviews for the critics are like, it's garbage. But then
Yeah,
you see the
but then
crowd
it's like-
score, and
yeah,
the
but
crowd
it's
score is
like-
awesome.
Yeah, it's like the movie's not fucking made for you. You know,
Dude, I
like,
never trust critics. But
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I'm taking up too much time. Now we got to move back onto you, or is it back to
It's him.
Okay.
Oh, it's me. I'm doing. I gotta do. I have 2 others above this, but I'm doing this one because it's common, and there's a chance one of you'll take it. I'm going Naruto.
No.
that's the one that I was gonna say. I'm
Yeah.
surprised you didn't take it, and I knew he wasn't gonna take it because
No.
you don't like Naruto.
Fuck Naruto.
I fucking love Naruto. So
I watched it in the beginning, but
Me
I just couldn't keep up with it. I'm sure the later seasons get pretty good. Some of them look pretty dope. Like the
didn't
fight
continue.
scenes are cool as fuck. But
Yeah.
God, the show is awful.
I
for
didn't
me.
continue. I got about halfway through Shippuden. I need to finish it. Shippuden.
Putin.
All right,
That shit, Putin boy.
Yeah.
One of mine that is a low key pick, and AJ's gonna be pissed off that I take it. Samurai Champloo.
That's a
That's
good
on
one.
my list,
That's
bro.
a-
That's a good one.
It's on my
good one.
list.
That's a
bro.
real
I knew
good
it was
one.
gonna be, and I was like saw it on. I was looking at the list. I was like, oh fuck, that one hit.
Honestly, I
so
see one
hard.
here that AJ, if he doesn't pick, I'll be actually surprised.
Yeah,
But
the Samurai Champloo, dude. Just the
the
music,
fucking music
the
and the
music
art
is
style.
so good.
The
I
music-
literally have the soundtrack
I
on
would
my
fall
phone.
Yeah.
asleep
So
to
good.
that stuff all the time, and it was just
Yup.
so
Yeah, it
comforting.
was,
It reminds me of good times.
because
Yeah.
it was like new job ace, or however you say it, new job ace, and then I believe Jay Dilla. They both co-produced. One of them was a Japanese. I don't know if he's Japanese American or he's Japanese, and then Jay Dilla was a African American
Yeah.
guy.
I tried
And-
following the storyline, and all I could think was, man, this art style is fucking dope, and this music
Yeah.
is great, and it was
Yeah,
awesome.
it
to
was-
just
it was-
watch.
It was dope.
It was great.
I'm gonna go for my third one now because I go back to back. I'm just gonna go ahead and I don't think either one of y'all are gonna take this one, but Neon Genesis Evangelion.
That
Oh,
one's
yeah.
really good, but it's super confusing.
Yeah,
you
it
have
is.
to
It's
watch
a
that shit
mind
almost
fuck.
back to back to
I
understand.
and I
everything.
didn't do that. That's why I haven't actually really.
The only way that
all
I've
the
watched
movies
it,
and shit.
episodes,
the only way that I've
episodes.
watched it is just straight binge.
Yeah,
so
straight
like,
I need to do
so
that.
you get the idea of
Yeah.
it pretty quickly.
I need to do
I
that.
had to have my
I watched a
fiance
lot of anime
explain
lately.
it to me because she did that.
Well,
she
the
loves those
ending,
mindfuckies.
the ending is like people still to this day are like
We don't understand what's
yeah,
going on.
like people just have theories about the ending, but it's a good one. It was like realistically, besides like Dragon Ball Z and all that, I remember watching it when I was probably in high school, and it was like one of the first ones that I actually first quote unquote serious animes that I ever watched. And I was like, dude, this shit is nuts, because they have like the mech suits, which are not even fucking mechs.
Yeah, no, they're
spoilers,
like
whatever, but, like,
crazy fucking like just what is it, captured angels or some shit?
That's exactly what they are. They're like it's like the end of times,
and they start fucking rebelling. It's fucking hilarious.
It's like if you've ever seen like Pacific Rim and shit, it's literally the exact same fucking plot line from Pacific Rim, where these huge angels come in, and there's like a whole entire like prophecy behind it.
Yeah.
You know? So it's a good one. I don't think that you guys would pick it, but I was like, I gotta put it on my list because it's one of the ones where it's just classic for me, at least.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's a good one. My next, I need to rewatch that, or because like I told him, I've only seen episodes here and there. I need to like binge it. But my next one is gonna be Steins Gate.
Never heard of it.
It's a pretty good one.
If you ever get like Crunchyroll or Hulu, even
I had a Crunchyroll, but I think I've got Hulu now.
It's usually like at the top of the list.
That's the one with the scientist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it has to do with time travel, and that's really all I can say.
That I might like, yeah.
Fire, bro.
I remember.
I'll watch that.
Mindfucks? That is a mindfuck.
It's pretty good.
I'll watch that
I didn't
one.
watch the whole series, but I remember like starting it and watching like the first season.
I binged the fuck
like
out of it.
Time travel stuff is my jam, so
In
I'm gonna probably watch
Afghanistan, I
that.
binge watched the fuck out of it. My girlfriend sent it to me on a hard drive.
It's good.
So, yeah.
So for my next one, Ghost in the Shell.
Ho.
The movie? Is it a movie or is it
any of the series?
Yeah.
The anime
It's originally
series.
a series.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
They made
the
a
Ghost
movie,
in the Shell,
but-
like the early one, Standalone Complex, and all that shit, all of those, they're fucking dope. And if I'm going again, One Punch Man.
Okay.
One Punch Man's fucking
I was
hilarious.
gonna say
I
if
know of it,
nobody,
but I haven't,
I've not watched it, but I figured like if nobody said it, then the fucking
It's
comments
popular.
would be
yeah.
fucking.
It's funny. I love.
Really,
I love
watch
those
it.
ridiculously over the top animes.
Yeah.
They're fucking great. Like if it wasn't that, it'd be Gurren Lagann.
Food Wars.
Yeah.
Food Wars,
Food Wars is good.
Is shockingly good, and it is one of those animes that you don't
Just
watch.
super
in front
Have
of
you
your
seen
family.
it?
You know,
Have you seen
I
it?
haven't seen it.
but it's
We're gonna
hilarious.
watch some of it.
It's watch episode 1 at
Yeah.
least. Yeah, we should watch it.
Yeah, episode 1. If you've never seen Food Wars, just watch the first episode. It's like the most fanfare-y, like creepy anime fan show out
but
there.
just in a funny way.
Yeah,
Anime
They're-
titties out
I
there.
didn't
Boob
expect
physics
it.
through the fucking
Yeah.
roof.
I didn't expect it at all, and I was like, "What the fuck am I watching?"
The first time that we saw it was whenever you and Keaton lived together.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
remember I was like sitting there, hungover on the fucking couch, sitting there like scrolling through Netflix.
Back when
and I
I
was like,
smoked
"Fuck it, I'll
cigarettes.
go." Yeah, I was like, "Fuck
So
it,
I
I'll
went
go to
outside for a
anime."
smoke. I came back in.
Yeah, he's
He
outside
and
smoking a
paused, he's
cig.
like, "Bro."
I clicked on this show because I was like, I've heard about. I saw it on Reddit or something, and people were talking about it, and they said it was good. And so I was like, fuck it, if it's good, like I'll try it out. I'll just watch the first minute or two and see if it's good. If not, I'm out. I fucking watched that shit. It was so wild that when he walked back in, like within 5 minutes of smoking a cigarette, I was like, I had it paused, and I was like, watch this shit. So we'll watch it, and
Yeah.
That'll probably be one I take home and I make my fiance
Yeah.
watch with me. She'll probably be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
It
You
is
say
a
you
what
and your
the
fiance
fuck.
like mindfucked animes. Steins Gate.
Steins Gate's one of
number
them. I'm gonna have to
one.
probably ask you that later to remember that one, but
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll know.
Yeah, you'll like it.
But yeah, that if she's all into those like super psychology things because she's a clinical psychologist degree fucking holder, but she doesn't do clinical psychology. She can't stand the emotional attachment. So,
Oh yeah.
but her job apparently took for that, so she has a psychology degree, which
Yeah.
is a qualification.
Which honestly, a lot of jobs that helps a huge variety.
it's a qualifying factor for this job that she works at, and
Yeah.
it is it's kind of wild
It's
because
like the number one job that
Yeah.
the FBI looks for, other than languages. So I'm next, right? You did all 4 of yours, right?
yeah, I think this is
Yep.
your last one.
It's my last one. I'm going with Parasite, which I've been telling you about.
Yeah.
It's Parasite with a Y, and it's awesome. That's really all I can say.
I will say I don't think I've heard of any of yours, so
Except Naruto.
except Naruto.
Yeah, AJ sucks at these.
Well,
No, I don't
he's
suck at
actually
these.
good because
they're
he's
just
not
not
knowing
the
them.
mainstream ones, bro.
I watched it before it was cool.
Yeah. And that's all 4 of mine.
I have 3 that I really want to pick.
I have some honorable
And-
mentions.
Man, it's really fucking hard for me to actually pick one. Oh fuck. I think I'm gonna have to go with Cowboy Bebop.
That
yeah.
was one I was expecting him to pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that just because it's so classic. Like it's one of those. It's a space western that's an anime.
I can only watch
it's
like 4
fire.
episodes of it
Yeah.
before I got tired of it, though.
I don't like the Western
Eh.
theme, but I didn't like it the first time I watched it. I rewatched it a little bit, and yeah, I
Well,
liked
it's
it
not
better
like a
as an adult.
western
The live action
theme,
so
but it's
sucked.
like
Kind of is.
a sci-fi western.
The
Yeah,
live action
sci-fi
show
Western
of it.
feel.
Western feel, yeah.
Yeah. So I have some honorable mentions, and then I'll go through what all we have. That time I got reincarnated as a slime, I recently watched, and it's pretty fucking good.
That sounds fucking terrible.
Spirited Away, couldn't pick it because it's not a show, but it is a great fucking movie, one of my favorite movies.
Overrated.
And then one of the ones I almost picked was Death Note. Death Note is fire, bro.
That was one of the 3 that I was like, dude, I either got it. I was
Death
like,
Note.
it's between Cowboy Bebop. Well, I had 4, but it was between Cowboy Bebop and Death Note. But then I had fucking JoJo.
JoJo's Adventures.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, bro.
Yeah.
That was one of mine. And then I was gonna throw it in there. I didn't know if it was gonna count or not, but fucking Avatar: The Last Airbender.
That would have counted. But
Yeah.
for me,
Death Note's better than all those.
my honorable mentions would be FLCL.
Oh, Fooly Cooly.
Fooly Cooly.
Yeah.
That was one of the greatest ones I grew up on. And God, what was the other one? Like I said, Gurren Lagann. I probably butchered that every single time. But and then one that's kind of weird, but I found it was kind of funny. Kill La Kill. Mostly just because I always watch
I've not
like
seen
watching
it.
scantily
Wait,
clad ladies doing dumb shit,
I've not
and that
seen
show
it.
is like
I've heard that
overly
it's
sexual.
really
forgot-
good.
It's pretty good.
Another one too is Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I watched
Yeah,
a
I
lot
watched
of Full
that.
Metal Alchemist, but they rebooted it so many goddamn times that I just got tired of it.
You got to watch Brotherhood. So
Yeah, Brotherhood I think is the definitive
the-
one that
yeah.
people liked the most.
it's like the abridged, definitive,
Yeah.
whatever.
because
But
there were so many different.
it's good.
variants.
It was like it almost made my list, but then I was like, and definitively, people will say like that's the best anime ever, but I'm not into it. I mean, I'm not into it. You know what I mean? But like everything else on my list, I like better.
Yeah. So to recap, you got DBZ, Samurai Champloo, Neon Genesis, Cowboy Bebop. I got Gargantia on a Virtuous Planet, Naruto, Steins Gate, and Parasite. And you got Attack on Titan, Vox Machina, Ghost in the Shell, and One Punch Man.
I think
Vox
we did pretty
Vox
good.
Machina is a little bit like
We
less
went a little-
Japanese anime, but it's got that style to it.
I feel like we all
it's more Western. So
we all were pretty somewhat I mean, not obscure, but like
Added stuff that
diverse.
wasn't
Diverse, yeah.
Diverse.
dude, nobody said One Piece. People
I fucking
Yeah,
hated
dude,
One
it's
Piece.
got such a huge following, and I couldn't understand
Why
why.
it's got such a
Why?
huge following? It's got like 500
That's
episodes.
what I was gonna say. Like,
Because they
it's-
won't fucking end it.
exactly. Like you can't even. I tried to get into it. I'm like,
The
I
actual
don't
treasure
have-
is the friends we
It's
made
just
along
so
the way.
average. Very.
fucking Christopher is obsessed with it.
It's not
I'm
surprising.
genuinely amazed no one said Pokemon though,
Oh well.
because I mean that's such a
I'm
classic
not gonna
one.
sit here
but
and watch it. I tried rewatching it
the
when I
first
was like 28,
season, yeah.
and
I got through the first season, and then everything after that was just like it's garbage. I watched a few of the movies, and then I called it.
I bought Pokemon 2000. I bought it when I was drunk, and I watched like 10 minutes of it. I was like, "All right, Happy Gilmore or something." I was like, all right, I'm changing it.
Dude,
I didn't buy it. I pirated the fuck out of it.
I should have just
allegedly,
done
but
that because I'm never gonna.
allegedly.
allegedly.
Dude,
Allegedly.
sleeper pick though, Yu-Gi-Oh. The first season of that shit, fire. Okay,
The
maybe,
first like
maybe,
couple
like
of
the
episodes
cards.
were
maybe a hot
hilarious.
take.
The guy rips the fucking cards, and the old man
Yeah.
has a fucking heart attack.
I love
Yeah.
how pissed, how triggered you get with
Yeah.
the kid who throws.
It's like
it.
the second or
He's
third
like, This is
episode.
my grandfather's card.
Yeah.
It's,
He has Exodia. Bro, no, it's a different
Oh, yeah.
one. It's Exodia. They're all going to this island to go do this big tournament, and fucking Yugi is on this boat with all these other duelers. And there's this fucking kid. He's called like the Bug Kid.
The Bug Kid with
Fuck
glasses.
that kid. He's like, oh hey, he's like, oh my god, you have Exodia? Can I see that? And he's like, yeah, sure. He like hands him the cards. And he just goes over to the edge. He's like, throws him in the fucking ocean. I'm like, you
that kid would have very quickly followed off the edge of that.
Those cards were like 2,000 years old, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That kid would have been the next thing flying off the side of that boat, and I would have just been like, worth
I
it.
just love how triggered you get with that too.
I hate that kid.
To be fair, that kid's an asshole. I mean, could you imagine you had like a really fucking cool, I don't know, fucking bike or something like that, and this kid just walked over and chucked it off a mountain? You would throw that kid off the mountain afterwards.
I think this too, for sure.
Didn't we do like
most
Mount
heinous
Rushmore
character
of like most punchable person or some shit like that?
We did most likable people. We need to do most hated people.
We did it a long time ago.
Did we?
Yeah, I think so. Cause that's how we talk. I was like, hot take. People don't know this motherfucker. Yeah. Oh, fuck this kid up.
I want to know what I picked.
You picked Joffrey, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Joffrey's everybody's most hated. Yeah, he's
dude. He did such a great job.
He did, and he actually can't get another job because of it.
And in 24, the TV show 24.
Yeah,
I think it's the first season. It's the president's the first
the
wife,
black lady, right?
The first woman, wife, whatever. Yeah, it's his wife.
And then you pick.
She's such a bitch in this show.
You pick that blonde lady from The Walking Dead.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember who I picked.
She's so annoying too.
Peggy Hill from King of the Hill. Can't stand that bitch. Hate her.
I'd clap her cheeks so low.
That look you gave.
Gosh dang it, Bobby.
Yeah,
Bobby.
I saw a meme the other day, and it was Hank laying in bed with her behind him. He's like scared looking behind him, and it's Peggy, and she's like, "You want to know why they call me Peggy?"
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, you got me with that. Supposed to remind you.
Okay, so is that the last thing?
Yeah, that's the last thing.
All right, so we're gonna wrap up here soon, but every time that we have a new person on the podcast, we always have a running theme going. So, Chris, who would win in a fight to the death?
Oh yeah, okay.
A grizzly bear or a silverback gorilla?
Grizzly bear.
Okay.
Every time, fucking gorillas are pacifists, bro.
Yeah. So but
because of their attitude.
Okay, but if they were both full tilt, like
you jack both of them up on like fucking testosterone or whatever fucking chemical makes them want to be aggressive, then I'm still gonna go with the fucking grizzly bear.
Why?
Grizzly bears are like double the size of a fucking gorilla,
and they're faster.
They're slower.
Yeah, grizzly bears run like 20 to 30 miles an hour.
I'm talking about if they're in this room.
You think that
if they're in this room, we're all dead.
All right.
In a minute.
If we're not in this room.
Well, if we're not in this room, they're gonna collapse.
The bear's gonna be like, huh? And the gorilla's gonna run to the side and just
I think the gorilla would definitely have a little bit of mobility, but that
Mobility,
grizzly bear,
agility.
we just take one hit, one clap, and that grizzly bear is fucking wrecked house on that.
So definitively, you are saying grizzly bear.
Yeah, grizzly bear. I mean, dude, they got weaponized hands, bro.
Yeah. All right, guys.
We need more comments on these with the next episode.
Somebody
we'll
did
do a whole
comment
thing.
on one of the TikToks that I posted about who would win a fight. What was the last one that we did? Anyway, it was in the middle of it. You were like, kind of like, it was Big Bird versus Barney who would win a fight, and then you were like, it's kind of like grizzly bear versus gorilla. Somebody commented, they were like, this motherfucker thinks that a silverback could take out a grizzly. But yeah,
we need to do a short of just that to see what comments we get of the grizzly versus Anyways, all right.
Well, thank you guys for watching. That's it for the episode. And stay bricked up.
Stay bricked up.
Have a good one, guys.
Almost left him hanging.